Hello everybody and welcome back to Freeze TV. I am your host, Scarlett Jameson, and today what we're going to be doing is a video about tips and tricks for beginning cross-dressers. Now, what's going to make this video a little bit different from the hundreds, if not thousands of other videos on YouTube is it is from the from the side of somebody that is still a beginning cross-dresser, such as me. There are hundreds, and like I said, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of videos out there with tips and tricks for beginning cross-dressers. But my tips are going to probably be a little bit more productive, okay? So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell for all notifications so you get notified when I do upload a new video. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and be sure to share it on any social media that you feel you want to share it on. You have my permission. I really don't care because I don't get paid for this. So, without any further ado, let's start with my main tips for beginning cross-dressers. Okay? Tip number one is, are you going to be part-time or full-time? Okay? When I started out dressing fully, it was on a part-time basis. I would only do it here on the truck. I might do it at home every now and then when I, had the time, felt the need, or whatever. So you need to decide, is this going to be a part-time hobby or a full-time lifestyle? Okay. As for me, it's still part-time, where I am working to make it a more full-time part of my life. I do have the permission of my wife. We've come to an agreement on it, and so I am trying to make it full-time. So you need to decide part-time or full-time. I'm going to give you some pros and cons of both. Okay? For part-time dressing, the pros of it is you can do it whenever you want. It doesn't have to be full-time. You can go days, weeks, months, even years between dressing sessions. You won't need as many items. You won't need as many clothes, makeup, wigs, shoes, whatever. Okay? The bad side about that is, as you dress more, as with my case, the more I dressed, the more I wanted to dress. So where I was part-time, I found that I was doing it a lot more often. I would dress up, I started out dressing once every month. Then it started once every week. And then it was twice a week, 3 times a week, which is where I am now. I want to start dressing full-time as much as possible. Okay? So that's a pro and con of being part-time. Pro and con of being full-time, the pro about it, the pro side of it is you could dress as much as you want. Okay? You can dress every day if you want. You could dress 3-4 times a week if you want. But normally, if you're full-time, you're going to dress like this every day of the week, no matter what. Okay? The bad side about that is eventually somebody's going to find out, which is going to delve into my next point. Okay? So you have to be prepared for people to find out. Okay? Friends, family, work, significant other, whether you're female to male or male to female. Okay? So you have to be prepared for that. Okay? Which brings me into my next tip. Okay? Are you closeted or are you out? Okay? Being closeted comes with it a lot of inherent risks. Okay? The risk of being caught by friends, family, your significant other. How are they going to react to it? Are they going to leave you? Are they going to accept it? There's a lot of worries that come with being a closeted cross-dresser. I know, I've lived it. Okay? It cost me a marriage. Okay? being out as a cross-dresser, which I am, I have transitioned socially. So all of my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, they're all as Scarlett. Okay. I've come out to my friends. I've come out to my family. I've, basically came out to my wife, excuse me, which, they're all fine with it. They're all fine with it. In fact, my brother, told me that he suspected I was this way for a long time. Thankfully, I've got great friends and family that are very supportive of me. They accept this part of me. So that's one of the things you need to figure out for yourself. Do you want to be closeted or do you want to be out? Okay. I found that in 2020, being out as a cross-dresser or a transgendered person is a lot easier than it was, say, 10 years ago. Okay, that's basically when I started, dressing fully was 10 years ago, and it was a lot less accepted back then. Okay, so that's another big thing. You need to find out if you want to be closeted or do you want to be out. Okay, my third tip is makeup tutorials. I have found plenty of makeup tutorials on YouTube. Okay, but never mind that. But the problem with the makeup tutorials that you find on YouTube is you're watching a video where they know how to do it and they go and do it and it looks perfect. And then you go and do it and it looks like a failed science experiment. About the only person I have found on YouTube that does a very good makeup tutorial is Brandy Nitty. Please go check out her channel, subscribe. She's very, very good. So makeup tutorials, watch makeup tutorials. Okay. Watch how women put on their makeup. Okay. And my tip for makeup is, less is more. Okay. You don't want to be going around looking like Tammy Faye Baker. Okay. And for you younger people that don't know who Tammy Faye Baker is, she looked like she put on her makeup with a paint sprayer. Okay. You can see this look I have right now. It's very, to me, it's very subtle. About the boldest thing I have are my eyes and my lips. I've got foundation. I've done a little contouring, some blush, highlight, and my eyes, and that's it. Okay. So makeup, practice, practice, practice. Okay. That is going to make the biggest difference between getting clocked and not getting clocked. Now, yes, you can look at me. I'm going to get clocked. Okay. But it doesn't matter to me. I'm not out here to impress anybody. Okay. I'm a married woman. Okay. Now my next tip, number 4, is clothes. Okay. Dress your age. Okay. I am 42 years old. Okay. I do not have the body I had back when I was 20, when I was 22. So I know not to wear very revealing or very sexy clothing, okay, that you see some women, genetic women running around wearing nowadays. Okay. So dress your age. Okay. Right now I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm wearing a pair of jeans and little 3-inch thick block heels, open-toed, which are really cute. This outfit, which I don't know if you can see it very well, I actually got this outfit at Goodwill. Okay, which is going to bring me to my next tip. Okay, but as for this tip, dress your age. Don't be dressing, inappropriately. If you want to, I mean, it's completely up to you. But if you're wanting to venture out in public, you don't want to be going to the grocery store in a micro mini dress and 5-inch heels. Okay, because women don't do that. I mean, genetic women don't do that. Okay, they'll go out dressed like this. Okay, all right, so that goes to my next tip. Do you want to be a private cross-dresser or do you want to be out in public? Okay, for years I was a private cross-dresser. I would only dress in private, in my truck, and pray to God that I never had to go in anywhere. Until one day I had done a really good job on my makeup. I was wearing a powder blue button-up blouse, a black pencil skirt, knee length, and some 3-inch pumps. And I had to go in to get coffee. And I'm like, I'm not taking all this off. It took me too long to do this. So I just went in. So, and that was really my first venture out in public dressed as a woman. So, you know, do you want to be private or out? You know, a good thing about being closeted, or not closeted, but a private cross-dresser is nobody's going to see it except you or whoever you live with. The bad side about that is it's really a lot of fun to go out dressed up, and you're really missing out. Now, the good side about it is, as I said before, it's really fun to go out dressed up. It just is. Okay? When I go out and I'm dressed up, I get looks, you know, some good, some bad. I've been catcalled, I've been hit on, I've been propositioned. You know, the attention is good for a little while, and then you start to realize what genetic women go through, and you're like, oh my God, are men really like that? I mean, that made me look at my male self, and it's like, oh my God, do I do that? So it is fun to go out dressed up. The bad side, like I said, is after a while, the cat calls and the stares and everything, it gets a little old. Okay? So you have to decide, private, or am I going to go out and light up the town? Okay? So think about it and make that decision for yourself, because it is a big one. Okay? Now, my next tip is a very big one. Okay. Are you going to fetishize cross-dressing or not fetishize cross-dressing? When I started, it was fetishized. You know, I fetishized it. I sexualized it because that's what I thought it was. That's the only thing I knew about it. Okay. And then later on, after I started dressing more and more and started getting more into it, I realized that, you know, this isn't a sexual fetish for me. You know, this is, you know, who I am and what I'm meant to be. So now it's not sexually fetishized for me. And really, I kind of get upset when it is fetishized, whether it's cross-dressers or transgender women that, you know, are sexually exploited because they're a chick with a dick, you know. So for me, sexually fetishizing it takes away from the whole experience. I'm not out here to be the object of someone's sexual desire, okay? I'm out here to do a job. I drive trucks, and this is my job, driving trucks. I do this for me. So you might want to explore it as a sexual fetish, but the more you do it, the more you do it and the more comfortable you get with it, it's not going to be a fetish type thing. A fetish type thing. It's going to be more of a lifestyle thing. Okay. So like I said, for me, it's not sexual in nature at all anymore. Okay. I do not get turned on by it at all. I'm dressed up right now and no, nothing. Okay. So like I said, you might want to fetishize it a little bit. And this is going to be a long one. Okay. Now, as far as fetishizing, I know there's thousands of videos out there of cross-dressers, you know, on the adult sites, cross-dressers, sissies, you know, things like that. And that was one of the things that interested me when I first started. And then now it's like, well, hey, to each their own, you know. And if that's something that you're interested in, you know, being forcibly feminized, being made somebody's, you know, sissy, then, hey, more power to you. You know, I've got nothing bad to say about it because, hey, to each their own. Everybody's got their own kink, okay? Where this can be a very, you know, fetishized thing, you know, men dressing up in women's clothes and, you know, the woman taking charge and everything. But like I said, for me, it's not like that, okay? So you might want to check that out. You might not. You have to find what fits for you, okay? My next tip is going to be a big one. Know your size, okay? Definitely know your size, okay? For the longest time, I had the biggest problem buying clothes because I didn't know my bra size. I didn't know my panty size. I didn't know clothes size. I didn't know nothing. So know your size, okay? Research how to get the proper size for a bra, okay? As you can see, what I'm wearing right now, you can see that I don't have very much up here. That's because I'm not wearing any breast forms. I just have on a bra. Because of my natural body shape, I do have a little bit up here, about an A cup. So I went down and I bought an A cup bra in the right size. Finally figured out my size. And through trial and error, I figured out my clothing size. So know your size, whether it's bras, panties, skirts, blouses, jeans, shoes, whatever, know your size. It will save you so much money in the long run. I cannot tell you how many clothes I've had to throw out because I got the wrong size, okay? It is a big pain in the rear end because women's sizes are different from men's. Like these jeans that I'm wearing now are a little bit stretchy. I believe these are a size 14. They're a little bit loose. They are comfortable, but they're a little loose. So I know that a 13 is going to fit me just perfectly. Shirts, you're going to have to really try on to figure out what's the best, because with men it's just small, medium, large, extra large, whatever. We don't have nothing to fill in. All right, with women's clothes, you have to account for your breast size when you're picking the clothes, okay? So know your size, okay? My next tip is going to be thrift stores and Goodwill are your best friend. Okay, this outfit right here, I mean, these jeans look brand new. This top is very, very cute. It fits great. Got it all at Goodwill. In fact, 95% of my clothes I got at Goodwill. I got like 5 outfits at Goodwill plus a pair of shoes. I paid $50. Okay, so Goodwill and thrift stores are your friend. Hit those places, because if you buy something and it's not the right size, you're not out a lot of money, okay? You're out a couple bucks, okay? They do have dressing rooms, so you can go and try it on and make sure it fits, okay? So that's a big tip. Goodwill and thrift stores are your friends, okay? And if you're a little bit embarrassed about buying the clothes, you can just tell them, oh, it's for a costume party, or, you know, oh, it's for my girlfriend, you know, whatever. Me, I don't care. Oh, it's for me. Okay. So definitely check out those places because you are going to save a lot of money. Okay. And I know this video is running a little bit longer than I planned, but there's just so much. Okay. Wigs, you know, you want a good quality wig front laced. You can try them on at a wig store to make sure it fits, make sure it looks good. Get a good wig, okay? Now, like with me, I got my nails done. These are not glue-on nails. These are acrylic nails, okay? And whether I'm Scarlett or I'm Michael, I don't care. I wear my nails. So that's something you have to be comfortable with too, okay? Because, you know, these don't come off. You know, they last for weeks. And like I said, I know this video is running a little bit longer, but I keep getting these tips and suggestions in my head, and I got to spit them out because I don't script this. I don't write anything for it. It's just off the top of my noggin. So yeah. Now, I think probably the biggest thing that I have is, are you a cross-dresser or are you transgendered? Okay, that is going to be a huge one. Okay, if you think you are transgendered, then my suggestion, go see a counselor, a gender therapist, and get checked out and see if you are. Okay, if you're just a cross-dresser like me, there's no worry. Okay, but if you believe you are transgender, then definitely see a gender therapist and get checked out and see if that's the case. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. And if you are, I commend you on your journey to being who you really are. Okay. Another tip is shapewear. Okay, when I say shapewear, I don't mean like cinchers or corsets or nothing like that. I mean like breast forms, hip and butt pads. Okay, you have to pick the correct size for your body frame. Okay, like me, I could probably get away with a D or maybe even a double D breast form, more than likely just a D, which I still have to order. As far as like padding down here, hip pads, butt pad, just to give yourself a more feminine shape. Okay, very important. Excuse me. It's beginning to get cold up here. So definitely check that out. See what's going to fit your shape, what's going to give you the more feminine figure. Now, like for me, I do have a little bit of a gut, and I do have a cincher in my closet that does suck me in a little bit to give me a little bit more, you know, flatter tummy, which is something that, you know, you could look into. They're very inexpensive. I think I paid like $13 for mine at Walmart. So you can get one of those to help, you know, suck in that tummy and give you a little bit flatter, you know, up front. My last tip, I promise this is going to be my last tip, is tucking. Okay, there are plenty of videos on YouTube that go over tucking. I will not go over how to do it here, but I will tell you, tucking is kind of important. Okay, right now I am not tucked because, you know, I'm going to be driving soon and I just don't feel like tucking. Majority of the time I do tuck, and it does help. So you want to tuck to give you a flatter area here, okay, to create that illusion that there's nothing down there. Like I said, you can find plenty of videos on YouTube that teach you how to tuck. I just won't cover it here. Okay, so those are my tips for beginning cross-dressers. Okay, I know a lot of people talk about like fake lashes and mannerisms and all of that, creating a feminine voice and everything, but I think what you need to do first is you need to get the basics down: makeup, clothes, shoes, and you know, forming a feminine shape before you start delving into the feminine voice or the mannerisms, okay? And you need to discover yourself, okay? That is absolutely the most important thing in the world concerning this. I purged my female wardrobe at least 8 times, okay? Hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of clothing, makeup, wigs, gone. Because I didn't accept what I am. So look in yourself and find out who you are. And accept who you are. Accept that you might be a cross-dresser. You might be part feminine. You might be transgendered. Okay? And if you are, perfect. Okay? Excuse me. All right? You are perfect. You are beautiful. Okay? If you look at me right now, you're thinking, oh my God, that's a dude in a wig and makeup. Okay, yeah, I get clocked all the time. But you know what? I think that I'm beautiful. Okay? I have wonderful friends on Facebook that tell me that every time I post a picture. Okay? They say, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're gorgeous. Well, you're blind, you know? But that's just it. You find yourself. Okay? Find out if this is who you are. Accept who you are. Accept that you're beautiful. You're perfect. And nobody can take that away from you. Whether it's friends, family, co-workers, or whatever. They cannot take away the fact that you are a beautiful individual and that this is who you are. I got lucky and I landed some beautiful friends, family, and co-workers, okay? I've come out to all of them and they're all very accepting of it. All right? So you are beautiful. You are valid. Whether you're just a cross-dresser and not transitioning medically, or whether you're a transgender person that is medically transitioning, you're beautiful and perfect the way you are. So accept it and embrace it, okay? Because you are not a mistake. You are beautiful. You are a beautiful human being, okay? That's all I have for this video. I am sorry that it ran a lot longer than I intended, but I just had to get all this out, okay? And as I said at the beginning of the video, if this is your first time here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on the bell for all notifications so you get notified when I do a new video. Scarlett will be joining the roster of Freeze TV, and I will be putting out more content like I usually do, but I want to cover some more cross-dressing videos as well. Okay? Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and learned anything, and comment down below which tip you found to be the most helpful, and also comment down below whether you are a cross-dresser or not. Okay? And comment any questions you have. Okay? I read all my comments and I respond to all of them if I can. Okay, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. A majority of the time I can, but when I can't, it's usually because I have a crappy signal. But as soon as I see them, I will respond to them, okay? If you have any questions, please ask me, okay? That's what I'm here for, all right? So, with that being said, I want to thank you for joining me to the end of the video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I am Scarlett Jameson, and I will see each and every one of you in my next video. So, good night, sweet dreams, and I hope you enjoyed it. Mwah.